Hello? Hi there. It's awesome to see everyone here in the summit this year again. Exercising the freedom to share, to exchange in this community. We gather here to enjoy the benefit of the power compute has given us, establish collaborative effort, and learn more about the changes, challenges this year as this community grows and thrives. Therefore, I'm bringing my colleague Jeremy here, standing on this stage with me, to share you some of the latest success story that Wiwynn did in the OCP deployment. So this is what we're gonna talk about today. And I'm looking, some of your faces are staring at me like what this guy is gonna talk about. First, allow me to make an introduction. My name is Chao. I'm the Executive Director at Wiwynn Corporation.
Okay, my name is Jeremy Lai. I'm a Regional Sales Director. I'm based in LA. We do the same thing, business development, solution sales, channel management. And so if you, at the end of the slide, if anybody wants to contact us for our product information or drop by our booth and just visit us and have questions, feel free to talk to us. You have our information up here.
Before we proceed, there are some highlights in 2016 I'd like to share with you. As you all are aware that Wiwynn is an early member in OCP community since 2012. We contributed 5 IPs that cover Honey Badger, Panther Plus, Knox, and Carmel. Of course, there will be more. Wiwynn also is willing to go extra mile to provide a service. And that's the reason why Wiwynn this year joined the Solution Provider Program. And this is to boost the adoption of OCP solution. So, reason for that is we are willing to devote our collected knowledge selflessly to the public. So this is the thing. We're going to start our topic today. So let's talk about the why we are here and the very reason for how this community is to be created at the first place. It's all about the era of IoT, Internet of Things, or some people may call that IoE, Internet of Everything. But regardless, Jeremy, can you come up with an example right off the top of your hat?
Well, I'm not sure I can, but I'll do my best. But IoT is a big word, IoE, whatever you might call it. But we all living in the era of experiencing, embracing this new technology, then exploding of data demands. Today, in your phone, you can have access to the greatest, more than the greatest knowledge they can offer than the physical library. So, I want to know that what kind of challenge does IoT present to our OCP community, and how do we deal with this?
Well, it's an excellent question. So, the data generated, it's stored somewhere in the server farm, and that's managed by someone. But the demands have been exploding every year, and this is the reason why we are here, talk about new ways, come up with a new solution. So, those new solutions that we talk and we share to you, and also the solution that we bring to you, that the traditional IT just won't cut it.
Okay, well, I want to know how Wiwynn specifically in our solution, how do we deal with that, challenges? What kind of product we present today as a whole to address those issues?
Okay. So today we're showing you the first product that coming out from Wiwynn that's built with all flash storage with the latest NVMe technologies, which the device itself could provide you the ultra high IOPS and in a microsecond grade latency. And also it built with the high density, accommodating up to 60 SSD drives. It's all front serviceable, and this is for quick configuration and solution deployment. Last but not least, it's a toolless, hot swappable redundancy design, and that is for the easy system maintenance.
Okay. Well, I was at our booth earlier, so if you guys haven't been to our booth, we have this particular machine to display on our booth top. So those two knobs hold a customized PCB. They have a PCIe bridge, direct connect at the front. So you see those shiny connectors, those are PCIe connectors. And if you pull this board out, you will see, about 48 or 32 PCIe lanes, it's layered out underneath it. So it eliminate. What the idea is, we want to eliminate the bottleneck of traditional solid state drive. We want to do direct PCE pass through, and I give that benefit. Either you're doing scale out, you're doing fast caching, applications. This will definitely fit your that type of field.
So it's with the two PCIe 3.0 times 16. There are 8 host connection provided. In short, the 60 NVMe SSD could be accommodated. So let's talk about the commonality. Why are we making this transition? Jeremy, do you know?
Well, I think there's two things here. We're doing this migration from 21 and then 19-inch. Okay. Well, the 21, it's great, but a lot of data center were equipped with power source, or the floor space for a 21-inch rack server. So we and as OCP community as a whole, and Wiwynn is important, manufacturer as OCP providers. We want to see more people, more audience, and want to embrace and come into our community. We want to encourage the adoption rate. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, the traditional 19-inch, they're filled with 2.5, 3.5 drive base. Some of the telco customer, they want to have the front axis. So we want to give them that, and with and then while keeping the 19-inch form factor, easy for them to adopt. So front axis is number two. So those are, I think, the good benefits.
You're absolutely correct, Jeremy. But there are more tangible features where users can be benefit from, such as the front serviceability, and also the toolless hot swappable redundancy design, and the high density server in a 19-inch rack mount 2U chassis. And those are the things that the user can take benefit. In short, Wiwynn brings up Carmel, since we want people to enjoy the benefit from high density, power efficiency, and easy maintenance. And those OCP solution characteristics could be easily transplanted over a 19-inch form factor, and that's what we call commonality.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 2U 2-node and 2U 4-node devices. It was just showing at our booth, C2. And you're welcome to come to our booth, take a look. Also, as for composability, following the open infrastructure design principle and currently undergo server pressures to meet the growing demands of cloud, big data, mobile, and social collaboration applications. Today's data center are built on traditional way, which take them days or weeks to provision for new services to be provided. And if we're following the traditional architecture, that takes a long time before we put up the service. So that's why we're all here to talk about the new solution. And the traditional way of getting the service online, which takes a bigger effort, but the drawback is also typically it runs with the low server utilization, while the efficiency is limited and the flexibility is constrained. Yet the system cost was driven up a lot because of that.
So I will be here talking about our RSA and the composability. So how do we do it quicker? We're focusing on delivering business outcomes. After all, technology is to create more business profits and more business outcome and enable business outcomes. Okay, its benefit including we're able to match cost to revenue. Everything is modularized, so you know exactly what's specifically watts per nodes, how much that consume in the long term, and what hardware configuration will cost you in terms of a DCIM management, and matching your business outcomes. Okay, and we are also enable differentiating the service levels, different service level agreements. So pod managers set out to increase operational efficiency and optimize performance for various applications. So, what are the benefits using Intel RSA? Can you give us a few examples here?
Very good. There are several key features that we can get, but to summarize that, for resource pooling, and also to optimize the return on your investment, and also talk about the compatibility so that user can do simple plug and play. And those are the key benefits the user can get. Okay, so those are the systems that's been pulled and managed by the tool that Wiwynn developed in-house. So that we have to talk about the how this system works. Pod is actually the firmware and software APIs that enable the resource and policy management, and also expose the hardware below and the orchestration layer above to a standard interface. And up to here, I'd like to share you a video clip which will make it easier for you to understand what the software tool that's done in-house by Wiwynn can do for you. And after this video, we're going to conclude today's presentation.
Intel rack scale architecture is a logical architecture that enables scalable pooled resources and minimizes underutilization. Wiwynn implements features of rack scale architecture on OCP building blocks, including Leopard, Lightning, and Honey Badger, and integrates Wiwynn Cluster Manager with pod managers to realize software-defined data centers. Wiwynn Cluster Manager is a modularized software suite that centralizes the management of all different layers of a data center in a single console. It manages from hardware assets, virtualization stacks, physical and virtual resources provisioning, to server clusters orchestration. With the GUI of Wiwynn Cluster Manager, a pod is created by selecting racks and provisioning a server as their pod manager. The pod is then managed and monitored through this pod manager. Users can dynamically compose nodes based on their workload requirements. In background, the pod manager takes the requests, then provisions the required resources from its pools to accomplish the node composition. NVMe SSDs are assigned to a composed node. Ceph is deployed as the pod-wide storage in our implementation. It runs on Honey Badgers and serves iSCSI volumes. Lightning serves as NVMe drawers in our implementation. NVMe SSDs of Lightning are hot pluggable. Reassigning NVMe SSDs doesn't disrupt services. Also, adding or removing an SSD reflects in GUI immediately. Every OCP building blocks is truly pooled and hot swappable. The synergy between OCP and Intel rack scale architecture delivers the best TCO. Wiwynn.